we're discussing truth and the idea of being honest with yourself, and
Mm.
by being honest with other people, finding a deeper connection to the honesty within yourself.
Yeah, I mean, like, I don't know what to expand on that further than just being like, I feel like that is the purpose of life, like to just to uncover these parts of ourselves and figure out who we are. And for myself, at least, like for people that are scared, because it's scary figuring that shit out and taking your mask off and asking yourself these hard questions. But and like I say this and I remember hearing people saying it before, and I'd be like, oh yeah, but they don't have like these thought patterns, or like they don't have this issue, etc. But I've just found, especially in this past year, when I just show up authentically, I have found the most beautiful humans in my life and the most beautiful community, that even this weekend my friends would share things and I thought, fuck, not only did I think that I could never share that with someone else, let alone I never thought someone else had a similar thought or like experienced something similar, had similar emotions. So yeah, that's what I'll add to that.
It's a weight, right? It just, it's like a, it makes me think of the myth of Sisyphus. Have you ever heard of that?
No, what is it?
So Sisyphus is the being that was forced to push a boulder uphill for the entirety of his life, and essentially he
Mm,
would get to the top of the hill, and then the boulder would roll down, and then he would have to go and get the boulder and roll it back up. And when you mentioned that, I thought of it in the perspective of being honest with other people as decreasing the weight of that boulder. We're
mm,
always going to be in some sort of uphill battle in the world, and the more that we can actually shed off our weight, or shed off the weight that we carry on our shoulders from, whether it be adolescent trauma or something that's happened to us in the past, the more that we can shed that off and share that load with other people, then the lighter the load becomes for our own lives.
I completely agree. And even like, I don't know if this is like going off of it, but like once I started implementing curiosity, as cliche as it sounds with the name of my podcast, but once I started implementing it in other areas of my life beyond just like topics that I was interested in, such as like minimalism or tiny homes, whatever you want to call it, but and started questioning and getting curious about my thought patterns and who I am, what are my values, and approaching these questions with a neutral emotion. So like no judgment, because I find that curiosity is like a neutral thing, and that's why I love it, because it's like it's not good nor bad. Like when I'm curious about something, I don't have a hidden agenda. I'm not trying to like ask you something and then be like, well, did you think about this? It's like I play devil's advocate because I want to know your idea further, not because I have an agenda I want to push. And so once I started getting curious about these, like for me, to be honest, the past year, it's been like these thought patterns that I have and these narratives that run through my head. It's just been so liberating for me as well. And yeah, I completely feel as though that boulder just becomes smaller and smaller. And I mean, it's a continuous journey in our life, and I think it's a never ending thing, but we can definitely make it easier.